this. If I believe.
Well, I believe, Lauren, I believe. So, you know, it's Pansy and Hypok. We could easily go to map 3 OT. So have fun with this one, guys.
I can't believe you've said this. I can't believe you've done this.
It's not on, is it? It's just like, it's like pull the pin on the grenade, throw it.
Literally.
It off.
Literally.
That's unbelievable behavior.
I've been debated by like hot potato out here. Like that's unbelievable. But we'll see. This is where all eyes, in my opinion, go to. All right, Vodafone Giants. Let's see what you got. Your fans clearly support you guys. You got a fan base out there willing to, after seeing that go, they've got it. So let's see if you do have it. But now DFUSE, of course, will be on the attack, and Logan is on a mission to claim some scalps, and he starts with Fit.
Yep. Round 1, kill 1 is Logan finding one through Smokey. I mean, he caught the corner there, just spamming through, but there's a massive gap in the Giants' defense, and you can see actually Boo gonna find 2 kills in response. Takas and Roden will fall. The Trapper will give the information away, but Hoppy will finally trade that through. The dink comes through. You're absolutely right. Let's do a 3v3 now.
I'm amazed he got that dink. I mean,
yeah,
that's kind of made this a little bit sketchier, but all right, retake time. 3v3 post plant, but all of them are on the site here. They couldn't really afford to kind of go for a little bit of a cheekier play. Hoodie gonna make the first step through. Oh, this should be a freebie. It's not free, but it will do for them. And Akuma finally makes his presence noted, playing kind of in the shadows, catching out Meadow, but the trade came in for Pipson. Now Pipson can't be subtle about this anymore. Forced to give away the game, and you can see the readjustments. Already Logan gonna tuck himself in the corner, which should be unclearable without being seen by the Omen. And there it is. Nicely done by DFUSE to hold this one on. Got a little sketchy after Boo put in some work.
Yeah, and I said there was a massive gap in the Giants' setup there on defense. The trap wire was so deep on ropes that it allowed 2 players to get all the way to like the heaven side ropes. So Boo, unfortunately, like when he tries to fall back there, those 2 players are already like staring him down. Yeah, he's done fantastically well to find that dink, as you said. But a little weird there. I mean, usually we see the trap wire deep in ropes, right? It's playing off that drop into ropes. But a really nice execution there on the back of First Blood being drawn. Boo finding 2 kills as well.
Okay, so Fitz can be over towards ramp. We've got 2 stacked towards mailroom, but Akuma, he's like, oh, you want to use that shotgun? Nah. Nah, S-key, buddy. S-ing away, nice and easy. And again, that just shows comfort here, showing that they are not going to fall into, you know, the traps with the shotguns. They're not going to overextend. They're going to play this smart. Now, that's great work from Meadow. And there's never going to be anyone to dispute that these individuals for the Vodafone Giants are good. We all know that. You have some big names on this roster that once they get all the things in the right place, can be a great team. I just don't think they're there yet, but 2-0, it's an early start.
Yeah, and DFUSE hanging on to 4 players, right? So they're going to keep all 4 Spectres here. Kuman going to put Sheriff back on the board. So an all-out bonus round for them here. Hoppy one off his ultimate already elsewhere. Logan and Akuma is 3 and 4 away respectively. Well, the Giants, nobody really getting any momentum going just yet. So watch that space.
Cover going out.
I'll lean over towards A this time around. Actually, the dash comes through. We're going to try and close the distance early on here. Make use of these weapons. And they're going to get heaven control. Both players forced back down to sight.
I do want to have your take on Killjoy on this map eventually, in a bit of a bit of downtime. Especially when we've got someone really good playing it like Logan. That's something I really want your thoughts on. But for now, as you said, we are seeing that mid-take beginning. Now, this is a lot of presence being shown towards mailroom, which is keeping the Sage leaning towards B. However, Pipson's in a nice little kind of deeper angle. Should have given him a fair fight, if not a better one. He had the rifle against the SMG, but Takas outdoes him on it. And now here comes that lean instantly. Like, right, we've had some success. Let's start leaning in towards this one. But 2 players are on the site.
Logan now is going to come down. Hoppy finds Boo at distance with the Spectre Fatinho, the last man to defend A, and Akuma will trade that kill out and give them full sight control now, and all the time and space to set up accordingly.
Spike planted.
Remember the Giants now both coming through spawn here. A tall order, especially considering DFUSE have managed to upgrade, and Hoodie's actually still stuck down on a Spectre, interestingly enough. As I say that, he'll find Takas.
Could have find Akuma too.
Find Akuma as well.
Yeah, but
They're not going for it?
I don't know. Like, no? Question mark? Nope.
Feel like they had plenty of time there.
There was definitely a step to be taken towards that.
Yeah, a little
Felt like
strange.
an early save, right?
Yeah, I guess a really preemptive save, unless Iron Casters and we missed something there. Not sure about that one. 2 will survive on either side, but DFUSE will post their 3rd.
Chad, did we miss something? I'm looking at this like
They'll
scowling.
be very quick to correct us, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, if they had 2 rifles, I'd almost kind of be more on board with it. But they had an SMG and a rifle. They. I'm not sure. I want to see what they do with this round. If they do something unique with this round, then fair enough. If they get a bit aggressive, they try and make something a little different happen. Fair play if there was an intention behind it. It looks like they want to get aggressive towards, you know, A. Let's have a little spin over there towards the Jet or the Killjoy, maybe. As you can see, kind of playing off the back of that wall. A bit of an early scuffle, and Cypher's even having a wander down mid, so a response being pulled through here across the map.
Actually, DFUSE kind of anticipating this. You can see in sewers and Sushi now across fire. Set up over bottom mid. Actually, Meadow's going to find 2 kills from that spot. Still, the setup was so good from DFUSE to deal with it. Meadow putting in huge work there. The counter peek from Hoodie, fantastic. But Takas will trade that kill through once again. A 2v2 now. These will get onto a site. Both members of Giants way across the other side of the map. Actually, one in spawn and one coming down towards bottom mid now. Akuma does have the rolling thunder. We want to get a little bit of aggressive here on the post plant. That gets posted in screens. That's going to make it really difficult for the Giants.
The crossfire is so powerful from this. If they know both players, that crossfire is filthy. Now it looks like they're going to peel back around towards screens. Taka's going to hear this. Oh, the readjustment, making him work for it. Takas has all the information, knows there's at least... Oh no! He's gone and found one and the dive in on the second. He knows they're both there and they're going to push for this one. Yeah, nice. Gorgeous work.
Nice. That reposition for Takas is perfectly played. Again, just running the clock down. And again, actually, you know, as soon as he knows they're pushing screens, that rolling thunder becomes so valuable in cutting off that choke point.
Four to 0. Now, let's see. Can we... The buy should be okay for Vodafone Giants, I guess. But this looks like an all-in B piece. We're going to have a bit of a brawl at the start here. 3 on one side, 5 on the other. And Omen has adjusted into this in that close corner. Hoppy's up for it. Flash comes in. Hoppy's dead, dude. Wait, no. Hoppy's alive. How is Hoppy alive? Hoodie's found a few. This is the weirdest round again.
Yeah, DFUSE this. I'm not sure how they got away with that one. The lockdown going to get invested here. Hoodie does have the revive, so that's why they're going to prioritize pushing on to B. They want to make sure they hold control here. Coutinho actually going to trade that one back out with the operator. Lockdown will give them access to site. Spike will finally come down. Difficult here. Really, there you go. Bladestorm gets popped. I was going to say it's going to be difficult for Coutinho to find a second kill here with the operator. No teammate to retrieve a weapon from.
Hoppy waiting. Oh, Pixel's been shown and that's more than enough. A little cocky on that, but the gun barrel shows the position already noted, but that got a little sketchy towards the end, but Logan, safe enough.
Yeah, a little bit. As soon as he took the, well, I guess didn't take the option to trade that, knowing full well where Meadow was, and then didn't peek off the sight of the barrel. That was a little dicey. Yeah, that fight for B main was just so strange. So strange. Again, I understand why DFUSE then, it's in their best interest to force the issue, right?
Oh, yeah.
If they allow Giants to reset, the res comes through, numbers advantage goes back into Giants' favor.
Okay, 3 plays stacked towards A this time. Omen's over here. They're trying to kind of play into what DFUSE are doing by, you know, fire with fire and all that. But this is a scary game. Now, I think they heard Omen probably take a tick of that damage. I think. Doesn't matter. Rodin's cracked open up an opportunity towards B, and if they catch Cypher in no man's land, these two just have to play safe. The Spike isn't over here. They've flown into this. They've exploded and they've won it. But Spike now garnered. They're just gonna absolutely yeet away towards B. Now, Meadow needs to buy time or at least get a kill here, I'd say. Now he's in trouble, though. Oh my god, he bails himself out of it. Looks for a follow-up, just spams away. It doesn't quite hit where it wants to, but Boo's made it over. And now Akuma left in a 1v3, but doesn't he expect the second? No. And the Vodafone Giants hold on.
Really nice round. Actually, the fault line was perfect to clear Meadow out. I'm not sure if that was just a weird coincidence, because it seemed as if Rodin didn't even check that spot. But the fault line, I guess, was intended elsewhere altogether. Oh, I did just see an operator pop up. I don't know if we can flick back onto the scoreboard and see what that was on, or I'm pretty sure we'll soon find out. Logan with a little bit of a line up onto elbow here to clean out that corner. Boo, not sure how he got to that spot without DFUSE noting the cross, but
yeah, I've been seeing
get picked up.
That kind of like Killjoy Astra combo doing some filthy stuff to clear out like opping traditional positions as well. Like, I reckon honestly Astra's gonna change so much of the meta, but we'll see. Again, at 3-play stack towards A. This is they're just trying to go toe-to-toe. You'd imagine they're going to condition them enough by doing this, and as soon as they hit that B site or split mid, they're going to have such a favorable fight towards B.
Yeah, well, nothing other than the spy cam watching B main right. There's not even a trap wire in there. I'd say put down a preemptive wall in heaven. The player in hell, he's just sat in the spy cam right now. Coutinho with the operator.
30 seconds left.
Holding on to A ramp. Actually, looking like a little bit of a fake, actually. The showstopper and the Rolling Thunder invested onto B, but the hit comes through on A right now. Spike making its way back through spawn.
Love that. Audio cues to cause the fake, but Fitz still watching up from rafters. Taka's going to trade out, but he knows there's another. There's only 10 seconds left on this hit. They've got to be fast with that Spike. They cannot afford to fight on it, and they're going to have to plant in the open. Spike's now down. Great work from Fit. A follow-up as well. He's unstoppable up here, and everyone's just trying to ignore the problem, but Fit refusing to be ignored at this point. Spike's down. Defenders win.
Yeah, interesting now. I'm not sure if there was another smoke available for Takas, but
they'd have to face or something.
Yeah, leaving Coutinho unchecked and nobody actually holding the angle was kind of strange. Again, you'd expect one or the other, right? The smoke either to go down cover in heaven or just double swing it. It's an operator, right? He can't kill both of you at the same time. I mean, unless you
don't line up, obviously, but
well, obviously. It
looks like we might have a little mid fight as well for Fit here. Coutinho might go for the swing out. Let's see. Not super wide, a little bit more passive, but deciding to switch things up. We still see that same A fight happening. This time it's Pipson to get the better of Akuma, and Boo being played in quite quietly to this. Logan being constantly pressured, unable to get really into this game, it feels like, for him. While this happens, look at ropes control. This is an issue. They've left a gap, and it looks like DFUSE might have worked it out. If Logan can keep calling their attention, they are about to get swarmed here. Now, luckily, Jet's in a good spot. Oh, this is awkward, but makes up for it. Great work. Rodin goes down. Boo now has the time to readjust. This is still being kept together.
They're still got to worry about Logan deep on A main right now, but not actually been able to get too much ground towards site. Hoodie will find Hoppy, and that's the spike down also. Puts Takas in a really awkward spot. Actually, Hoodie and Boo will find the last two on the round, so nice recovery there from Giants. Like you said, once again, DFUSE kind of identifying there is that gap in the Giants' defense, but there's a contingency in place there. As soon as the Rolling Thunder comes through, they're able to pinch back and regain heaven control.
Very impressive, and they've worked down the money. This is the bound back that they need, and I've got to say, Coutinho's been pretty much instrumental in a great deal of these rounds. That previous one, him kind of gap filling towards Heaven and Rafters was massive. Otherwise, they'd been able to crunch towards that site super easy because they were so busy and preoccupied with Logan. And obviously, you know, so many of these rounds he's been just putting up numbers. This is going to be a fast B crunch. It looks like Takas kind of dedicating himself in with the ult as well. Not loving that.
Interesting. I mean, he nearly landed the shot, but it was ambitious, even if he did find that kill. Giants now. Numbers advantage for them, and still 3 members committed over towards B right now. And obviously with Fatino posted with the operator, they're going to get that information nice and early over on A, so it allows them to play this. This time around though, Boo anticipating that aggression back towards Ropes, and there you go, Roden will fall.
This angle flips in really nice. Safety being kept, and hey look, the believers are like 30% of you. You absolute mad lads might be onto something. We'll see. I mean, they've got a buyback coming in. They have to find an answer to fit in that op.
I was going to say, I think that's the first time we've actually seen DFUSE like on eco.
Yeah.
Like saving.
Correct.
They said round 9 of map 2.
But hey, it's 4-5. That's a pretty decent scoreline.
And look at the money for Giants right now is pretty much comfortable for the rest of the half, to be honest with you. And a couple of ultimates online and close to 2 more. But again, you get 5 rounds on your attacking half on split. Your map pick. I'm happy with that, to be honest.
Coutinho. Gonna wander. Attackers taking space. Now they've gone to top mid control. Let's see if they can punish rotation. That's normally the second step to this, or Attackers just wants to go alone. Maybe doing this quietly, rather than, you know, being all in, is not a bad idea. And you can see the ultimate now being popped to try and force maybe Takas into a better situation, see if he can clear out some of these players. No one's moving yet. You can see Fatino's sticking around here. Gonna have to move himself out for now. Ooh, got a little close there, bud, but here we go. Now, Boo's still around, though. This was their big attempt, and so far, it's not really found its footing.
Yeah, I'm weirded out. Did DFUSE just not like smoking Heaven or something? It's the second time now. Takas will find Boo. Oppie will find Hoodie, so brings it back to a 3v3. Giants have the Neural Theft and the Blade Storm should they choose to invest it. There you go. Blade Storm does get popped. Akuma now got it all to do to hold on. This screens push coming through. Decent crossfire though.
Yeah, with the Jet and an Omen, there isn't much of an... Oh my god, Hoppy, how the hell did that just happen? Okay, Meadow got the one trade, but it is going to be one out in the end by DFUSE. But you're right, and Heaven's a curious thing. If you have an op, right, popping off against you, like Fatino is, he's having a really good little performance. The double back from Hoppy then is just...
That's disgusting.
Just dirty, right? It's just dirty. But I mean, let's talk about that Heaven control, because I don't think... If you have the Omen and a Jet, obviously it's a little tricky to make those smokes work, but they're fine. They are certainly feasible. There is no excuse to allow an op to get away with what it's been doing.
I mean, for me as well, if you're going to invest the lockdown like that, that's almost a rehearsed execution, right?
Yes, yeah.
So you've got to have the cooldown set for the Omen smokes. It's weird to see that now be a factor in 2 rounds.
I mean, Hoppy's... where is Hoppy?
In there.
He's in there. Just in there, generally. And again, Neural Theft goes up. Logan's found some space and then some. He's going to get traded out eventually, but Takas is there to trade in. And now you're going to see Roden kind of left in no man's land, but he's Oh, this is awkward! Roden keeps his cool and his composure as Meadow tries to tuck away into the corner. This could be huge for Meadow. If they don't check on this, that's 1. That could have been 2, but no, Roden. That op being stolen away suits his hand pretty well, and they do at least close out the scoreline now towards looking like a favorable half, but... Again, these are very sketchy rounds. These are not clear-cut by any means.
No, again, Logan finding himself 2 kills up in Heaven and then Meadow to be the 3rd man stacked over there. Just weird scenarios across the board. But, like I said, Giants Economy pretty much unfazed coming to the last one, so at least not going to have a scrappy buy for the conclusion of the final round. Rodent holding an angle onto Fitinho, and again, this is the byproduct of all that early presence shown on A main towards the start of this half. Giants now try and reset. Boo will find one. Rodent will trade that out with the operator though, and Logan will shut down Hoodie, and that's the revive off the board.
Caught one.
Odin will find his third with the showstopper. Meadow finds himself in a 1v3 all the way over in B main. Spike going down on A site right now.
Spike
Looking
planted.
like an 8-4 half for DFUSE. Hey, I said they were happy with 5. They're going to post 8, Lauren.
Yeah. Okay, but have I never told you about Meadows 1v3? Right? The spike was planted, so everyone wrote it off. But it's the last round, so, you know.
Come closer. Tell me more.
Okay, so Meadow, first of all, he goes towards ramp, right? He's having a look around, but then the time starts to tick, but then, boom, hits the shot so easily on Takas. But then this is the crazy part, right? This is the crazy part. So when he swings the corner, sees no one, and everyone's like, well, it's done. And I tend to agree because the spike's ticking so fast, but Meadow, nah, puts himself in a molly, it's key, and then dies to Logan. That's a different round.
Last player
I
standing.
didn't
Similar.
think it was the one you were talking about.
No, it's similar, though.
Yeah.
Switching
Similar.
sides.
Very similar. But this is actually a substantially better performance coming out from the Giants, right? Like this is there's glimmers of good looks, and I think it was a little bit based off of what we were seeing with Fitinho with that op. That was pretty nice to work around. That kind of fight they took over by A was pretty decent, and DFUSE were finding it hard to exploit that a bit, I felt. But eventually they've worked it out, and now we're kind of at this marker where it's like, okay, well, it could be a good game if I feel the Giants pick up the pistol. They pick that up, game on.
Dude, they have to. They have to. I think DFUSE have got like a 70% defensive round win rate on
They're
split.
quite good, yes.
And their round 2 conversions in like the high 90s. So to say this is like a must-win round for Giants is the understatement of the century.
I try my best. All right,
I'm just toxic, I guess.
we know that. We know that, don't worry. We had a little bit of mid-presence, and now the fallback towards B. The call for support is on their way, but Logan's found Boo, Logan's found Fitinho. Oh, Logan just like appears at all the wrong times for the opponent. I guess the right times for him, but... Ay.
And it's now Meadow. Look for something towards Mail Pipson. Down to less than half HP as well. It's a tough round to win if you are Giants, especially with 3 members of DFUSE still clinging on to B site. They don't want to give this up.
Last player standing.
Attacker's just going to swing and find the one tap onto Pipson. Meadow now. This is the first peak. Finds the second. Actually anticipated the counter peak there. Well, he's going to read Rodent pushing onto him though, and DFUSE will close out the pistol round. That puts it 9-4. I mean, if I'm Giants here, I'm forcing back in to wait and see what they do decide to do. Sheriff initially. Yeah, this is tough. Once DFUSE get to 10 rounds, again, it's like you lose the one more, it's 11, then you're back on a save round, but do you force for the overtime? It's so difficult when you go down 8-4 and then lose the pistol. Your decision making is just all over the place.
It is, and this is why I generally say it's like, you know, we talk about a comeback at 10 rounds. Currently, though, they're not quite there. Fitinho, though, is doing everything he can to kind of counterweigh that. He is proving his value as a pickup to this roster for sure. You can see that firepower in droves, but Akuma wants in, and the timing could not be better for him to appear through the smoke. And, well, it's a quick one-liner from me this round.
A valiant attempt, but 4 survive, and that's momentum building for the economy. DFUSE obviously keeps 4 Spectres on the board. They're going to have, I think only 1 player had to force back full armor there, and it was Akuma.
Worthless.
Line up for it.
One enemy remaining.
Alright. 10-4. Those 4 rounds look so good. But, as it stands. 4 to 10, of course. 10 favorable here. DFUSE, looking like a very well-established team, whereas, of course, as we said, the Giants are they're working on it still. It's a build-up.
Oh, Fatinho again going to draw first blood. This time around they can convert that. The DFUSE gonna have to wait for some pushes to come through to make use of these Spectres, but Giants actually swinging back over towards Garage. It's only your boy Logan tucked in hell here to stop this.
Cover going out.
In we go. Let's have a little look what Logan can get done here. Gets checked on. Does get 1 for his trouble, but a quick trade out from Hoodie. So, as it stands,
30
4v3.
seconds left.
Spike is down. It's a big old flank coming in. Roden's trying to keep as much presence as he can up here. Kind of peacock out a little bit. Feel as bold as he can be. It's Meadows going to be put to the challenge first. Decent fight. Takes down Takas, but the trade, wait. Hoppy's just found 2. I don't know how he got 2 out of that. That should have been a 1 and done. He spot both players there. That should be the call now for quick play coming from Roden. Clear this out with me, but I need some help. Maybe I don't. Hoppy on his lonesome, but timing is a factor. Get moving, get fighting. Double sprayed. Oh, God, the whiff.
Oh, that's
Hey,
a
why not?
tough loss.
On a reload.
Eesh. I'll be honest, the
Desperation.
first time we've really seen DFUSE fumble. They're usually so good at keeping composure in rounds like that. And Fatinho, I mean, the paranoia is perfect. The paranoia is absolutely perfect onto the back of Pillar. Unfortunately, doesn't find a kill off of that peak. Obviously, it was Hoppy over in main. I think if he finds that kill there, it's 100% a DFUSE win.
That could be a tilter. Could be a tilter. We'll see.
No charges left.
Coutinho's already found space towards Heaven over by B. Gonna fall away with those knives out. Hoppy had such a great start, probably feeling a little flustered in that. And now gonna be feeling pretty pressured in this. Does have Jet beside him, but beyond that, feeling pretty alone. And both of them gonna be sitting towards the rafters here. So Heaven control's been taken. Wonder if Takas gets anything out of it. That's 1. Spots out a second, or he should have spotted out a second. And death from above, but DFUSE holding on somehow. And now Meadow. How is this a 1v2?
The North Theft gets popped, but he has to try and retrieve this spike. 50 seconds left, so he's got a lot of time to work with here. Akuma's just got to be careful not to give this 1v1 opportunity to Meadow, and rightfully so will back away and wait for his teammate. Logan going all the way through spawn now. To come up towards Heaven. Meadow's got to find a kill soon if he wants to clutch this one out.
Logan, man. Logan's so good at just maintaining angles. He holds that position, that line of sight, lets the breach kind of clear through, get a little closer. I've got to say, Logan's game sense is fantastic.
Time and time again in those scenarios, it's... Again, I think back to that play on market, right? Just a crosshair placement and waiting out, having the game sense to read that flank coming through. Again, a similar situation there. On the retake, he's just holding that head angle, waiting for a peek. But all the meanwhile, Akuma has so much time and space to move up through elbow and clear that.
5 to 11 now. DFUSE starting to look poised to take this, but the Giants still have a couple more rounds to play with. Not too many considering the economy. If it gets out of hand, they let it slip. Problems galore. Interesting take from DFUSE to not actively play towards Heaven here. It's pretty wide open. You do have Raze slotting in towards that now. Taking a quick fight towards Sage, and that'll be Hoodie gone. With this, that's a little bit of a hit and run. Roden's not sticking around too much, 30 HP, but ain't no help coming for you here to get that HP back, of course.
No, Akuma just holding on to the Rolling Thunder, anticipating this push coming through. Smoke goes down on Heaven once again. Giants actually going to stack 2 behind it. You're actually looking creep all the way through. The flash is perfect actually to force Roden off that angle, be it temporarily. Rolling Thunder actually gets sent all the way through to Heaven. Okay. Did catch Pipson, but Boo was deep enough to shut down Roden's wing. So
30 seconds left.
brings it to a 4v4 now.
Does, and I want to see what Akuma gets up to. He's been so patiently waiting for this to work, but now here we go. Blinds it. That's going to be the spike now lost up towards the rafters, and it couldn't go much worse than this. Into the blender they go. Takas just going to hold that final push from Boo, and they've made it to 12. One more. It's GG.
Match point.
If we can take a little look at the economy, I'm not sure if Giants are going to be able to afford the full purchase here. We're gonna, there we go. Yeah, it's messy. It's messy. I'm just thinking back as well. That round that Fatinho did clutch out, obviously it was DFUSE's bonus, right? So the fact they kill 4 and Fatinho's the only one to survive, again, kind of leans back into DFUSE's favor. Yes, it was a round loss, but this is where it now pays dividends for him. Hoppy actually got a paranoia set up here, and actually gonna get pushed through with the showstopper, but
Shadows.
somebody else peeking. Oh my god. The TP behind it to screen.
Oh, Roden! That's a spike as well. Oh, this is such a weird round. It's super, super messy between both sides, but Roden is just playing protection on that spike. Do not come near my spike. He'll put his life on the line for it. Does lose it in the end. Pipson takes him down, but Akuma's right there to pick up the mantle. And the whole map now comes down to this one corridor, because without that spike, they can't do much here. Maybe they need to consider other options, but you can see it all being poured through here. They just make a mad dash. Akuma goes down. Meadow still does the work. And now Takas in no man's land. They've retrieved it. They're out of there. And they invested everything to stop him getting that.
Did actually the lockdown a little preemptive. I'm not gonna lie. Rolling Thunder immediate response shown. Takas will hit the rotation. And Logan will post deep on A site. Actually, it's the operators where he comes through. He finds Pips, and there you go. It's not the spike, though, so you can see Logan happy to just sit there and defuse.
Just in case.
Yeah. I mean, they're gonna force the plant here. They're gonna make it as difficult as possible for Meadow. He's got to come in. He's got to clear these angles. He's got to find a safe spike plant position. As soon as that audio comes through, there you go. Second player noted. Logan's on the move now.
Plant cage triggered.
Meadow, how much adjustment can he get from this? He could find the timing on 1. Oh, that could have been good, but I'm wondering if he got spotted on the kind of slip back in there. Both players playing back in from CT. Steps to be heard on the site, and Meadow's going to play the time. Around the world we go. Spots 1, he can't do it. It's Logan to close this one down. That will be 13 on the board, and DFUSE looking comfortable. I'm sure there's more to be seen from the Giants, but not today.